Hello! Well, it's time for me to build my 2022 title page for my album. So I thought I would do that with you guys and work with the newish circle maker and also the Croptoberfest items. I have a few scraps left that I want to use up. So let's get started. If you aren't already loved by an advisor, please pick me. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Okay, let's get started. I'll be using a few scraps from what I have left of my Croptoberfest kit. This is actually a sheet of paper from something else. But and then I have some cardstock for matting photos and another project we're gonna do. And then these are my scraps from Croptoberfest and some bronze shimmer that we're gonna punch some leaves out of. This is the spring leaf and the 5-leaf punch. They are still on the website. They are my favorites. Another option is the autumn leaf border punch that came out with the Croptoberfest. And then, of course, your circle maker and adhesive and your 12-inch trimmer. That's what we're gonna use today. So the first thing I wanna do is we're gonna work with the circle maker, and I want to make a line in the middle of this with a pencil. So I'm just gonna mark an X in the middle so that we know where the center is. That's what's handy about the 13-inch mat. You can measure around your 12-inch piece of paper. Okay, so there's our center. The circle maker I was not excited about when it first came out because I thought, well, I have my custom cutting system. Why do I need this? But now I've realized that this thing does a lot more than the custom cutting system. So they both have their value. This one cuts all the way up to almost 12 inches, so it cuts quite a bit bigger. It also has a pin function, so you can draw perfect circles. It is not sharp until you push this yellow button or white button and push down, then the blade comes out. Otherwise, it is not sharp. It has this fun dial, so we can cut anywhere from a 3-inch circle all the way almost to a 12-inch circle, so that's pretty cool. So for today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna line, if you can see the little black lines on the side of the maker, and then there's this line here. We're gonna line those up on our X as best we can. For this project, it's not super important, and we're gonna set our dial at 10.6, which is 3 white notches. And on here, the white measurements is for cutting, and the black measurements is for your pin. So it's pretty handy. So you move your black line where you want it. When we want it at 10.6, and then we'll tighten it. And we're gonna wanna set this on the center. So as best we can, we're gonna put this guy on our center line. And you can push down on this and swing this around to make sure you don't cut off your paper, or cut off of the paper without cutting, just to make sure. But I think we're good. So I'm gonna squeeze the white button and push down, and we're gonna cut the first one. And then without moving this, I'm gonna adjust the dial and move it 2 notches inside here to 10.2. We're just gonna make some rings. Isn't that fun? And it cuts so smooth. I love it. And then we're gonna go 2 notches again to 9.8. And we're gonna cut. You can see we're making perfect rings. Let's do that again to 9.4. Don't know if I got all the way around over there. Okay, And again to the 9. And you want your dominant hand holding it. That helps. And I think we're good. Okay, so we're done with this for now. You can put it aside. And now we have a frame, 4 beautiful rings, and a centerpiece. We're actually not going to use this, so you can set it aside for another project. And we'll set these aside for the moment. And we'll bring in our frame. We're going to use this, use up as much as possible of our paper. And I'm just going to cut a 1/2 inch off of 2 sides of this so that we have a nice red frame around our page. Okay. I loved all the paper from Croptoberfest, so I used a lot of it. So this is just a piece that I subbed in that will match. It had a lot of very pretty light blues and dark blues and the stitching and the leaves. I just loved it. And it's still available on the website. So now we have a perfect little frame for our page. Okay, we're gonna bring our rings back in and we're just gonna try and lay them haphazardly here. We're making a wreath. That looks pretty good, I guess. And rather than try and pick all those up and tape them down, I'm gonna scoot them over a little. I kind of like just how they laid when they fell. So once you get them where you kind of want them, which I'm struggling, let's try again. I like that. I'm not gonna make myself nuts about it. I'm gonna take my tape chips, and since I'm covering this area up with some leaves and I'm covering this area down here up with some leaves, I'm just gonna tape these down with the tape chips. A little bit of cheating, I guess. Okay, and we can peel those up once we get our leaves cut, which is the next thing. So out of all these scraps I have of the Croptoberfest and some bronze shimmer, I'm gonna cut a bunch of leaves out of this. I'm just gonna punch as many as I can. And I like to conserve paper, so punching upside down helps. But you just have to remember to shake it all out before you move on or you'll get a jam. Okay, so I'm gonna cut photo mats real quick. And I'm gonna cut a 5 by 3.5 mat. I like that size. And then 2 3 by 3s. We're not quite ready for these, but I'm gonna put my trimmer aside, so. I've cut a whole bunch of leaves though. So we are ready for that part. So the rest of that we can set aside. Okay. So now we have all these leaves punched and I'm just going to arrange them down here and a few up here and just scatter them around. Okay, so now we got those taken care of. I used a few of the innards from the spring leaf. I love it, so cute. Now we'll put our photo mats down. And I don't have photos for this yet because my kids will be home next week, or the week after, I guess. And that's when we'll take our family pictures. So for right now, I just have some mats. And I'll add pictures later. But like I said, this is the title page for my 2022 book. And as you can see, where we didn't have tape on the rings, we're doing a very good job of taping them down anyways. Okay, I also cut some things on my Cricut to put on here that I'm going to use foam squares on. I'm also going to use some of the ABC letters, sticker letters, that Creative Memories came out with the Croptoberfest collection. I kind of feel bad for covering up all those pretty leaves. And I don't even think I need this. Nope, I don't need it. Okay, I thought I was gonna use these, but now I don't know if they match. And I'm just gonna write 2022. If you haven't tried the new sticker letters, you should. They, number one, are a lot thicker. So they're a lot harder to tear on accident. I always seem to do that. But they also have like lots of E's, lots of A's. So all the things you used to run out of and then the rest was worthless, they have more of those. So there is my title page for my 2022 album. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope you try it out. Get your circle maker out and just give it a whirl. It's pretty fun to use. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Head over to my Facebook page to see my schedule of events. Some have Zoom options. And like I said, if you don't already have an advisor, please pick me and get your circle maker and all your Croptoberfest products. Thanks for watching.